Hey guys, Stephanie here. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Lighting is weird. Yeah, I know. One of my kids borrowed my real equipment and accidentally it broke and nobody knows how. So nobody will own it either. So I'm kind of annoyed, but I look really freaking white and pasty. I don't know. Maybe that looks better? I'm not sure. I think my boobs look brighter now. But anyways, there is an I can't say the word, extraditional, I can't say it, threat to people of color in America. You know what it is? We got racist parks, punk. Yep. Our parks are so racist, dog. Like, for real. You know why? Because people of color don't have cars. How are they going to get to the woods? Transportation is an issue. Marketing, advertising. People feel threatened like they don't belong because it's so white, according to ABC News. So, to me, I find this really bizarre. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait, a couple months ago, like, Democrats were freaking out because remember all those fires in California? And Trump was like, hey, no, you guys are getting the appropriate funding. You're just not putting where the money needs to go. You're not doing the proper care of your parks and your woods and the wildlife because they're too invested in Democratic leftist lobbyist pet projects. So they always take money from one, put it in another. This is a fact, not a conspiracy, but a conspiracy truth. All right. So throughout the video on ABC, she's talking, and it's of course an activist. She's got a nonprofit. She's saying that she feels like she doesn't belong because she doesn't see people like her. That's really fucking rude. You know what I mean? She's a Hispanic lady who's saying she feels out of place. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say this, and if you think I'm racist, go F yourself because it's not true, okay? I'm just putting it into perspective. I'm in Texas, mainly all Hispanics. If I get in an Uber, it's usually like Pakistan music or Mexican music. I don't know it. I don't feel like I don't belong. It's just a cultural shift. But do I like start an organization, nonprofit, about how white people feel out of place in Texas because it's all, illegal? Well, not all illegal immigrants, but you know what I mean. Like, basically, English could be a second language here soon. But, I mean, if a white person were to say that, hey, I feel out of place in my own state because of immigrants. We're racist, we're bigots, we're all this other crazy stuff. And it's like, really? So Trump took funding from the national parks, mainly from the EPA, which we know is not so looking good on their record. So what do? They are exploiting black people and Hispanics and anybody else who's not white. Basically, they're saying, the activists are saying that, it's good to go camping, but all these white people, they have RVs and all this fancy equipment. So tents and sleeping bags just won't do. We need to be better. We need to do better. That's exactly what she says. Tents will just not do. We need to do better for people of color and get transportation. So you want to bus black people to the woods? Do you know how fucked up that sounds? I mean, oh my God. People, please understand they're exploiting you. Just like they're exploiting Black Lives Matter. They're putting all that money into political campaigns. Democrats are mad. Trump cut their little, laundering extra funds for their little groups. So every time Trump takes away from their pocket, they find another way to tax us. So you're saying now that it is public parks, and then I went on Twitter, and this is why schools need to open back up for sure, Kids are tweeting, it is, you don't see rural people coming to the hood to shop. Why would somebody want to drive? Okay, if you live out in the freaking country, why would you want to drive way out of your way to shop at a person of color? Like, my God. So people need to get money from the government. We need to pay taxes. And we need more lobbyists and activists for something that's free to the public. I mean, it's a park. They're national parks. So you want funding from the people for equipment and transportation. Who's going to pay for that? Like, oh my God, they're exploiting black people. They're not, what about, like, okay, San Francisco? You know what they're doing? A Karen Act. Yes, if you're a white person and you call the cops on anybody who is non white and they say you made it up or you're being racist, you go to jail. Does anybody see how that can be weaponized? My God. Like, dude, I'm like two through at this point. I think majority of people are. Because even my yard guy yesterday was telling me that his friend was telling him that this vaccine is the devil and not to take it. And he's from Venezuela. You know, people have come to this country to flee this stuff. And we literally have our kids so indoctrinated. And now they want to keep them in masks all through the school year. They want to fine people for not wearing masks. It's all money. All they're doing is making money. Democrats will exploit every avenue they could possibly find to get money. Don't forget Hillary Clinton on trial September 9th. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Bye.